Hello and welcome to another update video about Polygon MATIC. MATIC continues to move down just below our descending trend line here, and because of that I cannot confirm to you that this decline is finished. However, we're about to approach an area in which we expect some support. So first of all, we have some structural support in this region here around 65-66 cents. We can add the VRVP, which is a volume indicator, volume profile indicator to the chart, and you can see that there is a lot of support in this region. That is probably why we're finding here some structural support. There isn't too much below that, okay? So it's actually declining, but then we have Fibonacci support in this region here. Just be aware that this is a support cluster to get through. At the moment, I have no indication that we see a massively bullish reaction to this support cluster around 67 cents. Fibonacci levels would tell us that it is likely to go down a little lower. But if we get a break above the descending trend line, then I would have to assume that this C wave of wave 2 is already finished. Yeah, so this is the bullish wave count, the yellow count. I will give it a chance as long as we're holding 55.3 cents. Doesn't mean we have to go down all the way to that level, but it means that if we break it, then we cannot really carry on with the yellow wave count. It would probably lead to a new low below the 10th of June low, and that's at around 50 cents. Wouldn't be a disaster because relevant support levels below that 50-cent level are 48 and 41. So wouldn't necessarily be bearish because we would not necessarily break below the bear market lows from 22. However, it would be ideal to turn around here because then we would obviously avoid that risk of getting close to the bear market lows and potentially breaking them, okay? But at the moment, I'm still giving the yellow wave count here a chance, which is the bullish count. However, as I said, we cannot really confirm that a low is in here or anything until we break above the descending trend line. I'm currently counting this as a wave 1 to the upside, which topped here on the 22nd of June, a wave A to the downside, an overshooting B wave, and the C wave down is probably unfolding now. Probably as an ending diagonal, so the subwave structure is fairly unclear. Nevertheless, I'm watching if we get a support, if we find support here now where we are. It would be a little bit early in terms of Fibonacci levels, but it would be okay from a support point of view. And due to the overshooting B wave, you need to understand that the C wave doesn't need to be super long. Yeah, it could already turn around here because the C wave, yes, it needs a certain length, but it certainly has it. What is certainly, however, likely is that we get into this orange support area. But again, it will depend on the trend line if that breaks. So I would prefer for it to go lower and maybe react to the 63.6 cent level or 61.2, maybe even lower, but it should not drop below 55.3 cents in this particular wave count. If it does that, I would have to go with the white wave count, in which I'm counting a WXY structure to the upside here into the July highs, and then a wave 5 to the downside. Yeah, but again, first of all, this yellow count is, I don't want to say unlikely, but it's questionable. It seems a bit forced. So I wouldn't necessarily bet too much money on it. The white wave count, however, also isn't really give us a very clear indication it's working out because it's not really dropping very aggressively. So it's a bit of a wait and see for me until we have the first impulse to the upside. I can't really give you any clear bottoming signal, but I can tell you that a break above the descending trend line would be a first indication that the third wave has started to run. Not much more to add at this stage here about MATIC. So I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.